What kind of couple puts their boss in the center of their wedding anniversary photo, with themselves blurred in the background? Today, we're going inside two of the most unusual marriages in American politics. Couples you thought you knew, but didn't. One wakes up every morning to political pep talks instead of good morning kisses. The other built a quiet empire from behind the curtain without ever asking for credit. Both stories are stranger than fiction, and both are completely real. Let's start in Washington, D.C., February 2020. A 200-person wedding at the Trump International Hotel. Political heavyweights filling every seat. An Elvis impersonator on stage. And the President of the United States, not just attending, staying for over 2 hours. This is the wedding of Stephen Miller, Trump's Homeland Security advisor, and his wife, Katie. And already you can tell this isn't a normal love story. Here's what makes it even stranger. Katie never wanted any of this. She wanted the courthouse. 3 people, a signature, done. But Stephen had full Bridezilla energy. He wanted the big venue, the speeches, the whole production. So what actually happened? Katie ended up planning the entire thing herself. 200 guests, 3 months, from scratch. She pulled it off. And yes, Trump gave a speech and reportedly lingered for over 2 hours. But the wedding is just the beginning. When their first anniversary rolled around, most couples post a cute photo together. Stephen posted a photo where he and Katie are blurred in the background, and Trump is the one in sharp focus. Katie posted a picture of the flower girl hugging Trump's legs. Let that sink in. Their own anniversary. Their boss, front and center. Now, who is Katie Miller? Don't mistake her for just a political spouse. She graduated from the University of Florida in 2014 and moved fast. Press assistant for the National Republican Senatorial Committee. Press secretary for Mike Pence. Eventually a master's in public administration from George Washington University. People who knew her in college describe her as the most driven person in the room, unapologetically focused, always ambitious, always moving. She didn't end up in this world by accident. Their daily life is quieter than you'd expect. They live in Arlington, Virginia, raising 3 kids, keeping to themselves, with very few friends outside Trump's inner circle. The public scrutiny makes going out difficult, but inside the house, here's where it gets really interesting. Katie has talked openly about their morning routine, and it is nothing like what you'd imagine from a married couple. Instead of waking up to good morning love, she says she gets her energy for the day from Stephen talking about Trump, his mission, his goals, what they're going to fight for that day. Some couples bond over breakfast. The Millers bond over political conviction. And here's the thing. It works for them. Because Katie isn't just along for the ride. She is the ride. She's visited border facilities firsthand. She's defended some of the most controversial immigration policies of the Trump era. She even witnessed family separations up close. And by all accounts, the experience didn't soften her position. Stephen and Katie Miller are one of the most unusual couples in modern Washington. Part political power duo, part devoted true believers, and part something that doesn't have a name yet. Now, let's go somewhere completely different. Same city, same political world, completely different kind of love story. This one starts at a recreation center in West Miami, when one of them was 19 and the other was just 17. Marco Rubio saw Jeanette across that recreation center, and by his own account, he knew immediately. She took a little longer. They dated for 7 years, and when Marco was finally ready to propose, he didn't keep it quiet. He took her to the top of the Empire State Building on Valentine's Day because Jeanette loved Sleepless in Seattle. He got down on one knee. She said yes, and then Marco, in a moment of pure panic, grabbed the ring back. He was terrified she'd drop it off the edge of the building. He handed it back once they reached the bottom. Romantic? Absolutely. Also completely chaotic. They married in 1998 in Coral Gables, Florida. And for the next 25 plus years, while Marco's career climbed from local office to the Florida legislature to the United States Senate, Jeanette made a deliberate choice to stay out of the spotlight. Before all of this, she spent a year as a Miami Dolphins cheerleader. But here's what people who actually knew her say. She was more introverted than 95% of the team. She never chased the attention. And that quality never left her. While Marco was in Tallahassee, Jeanette would drive the kids up regularly just to keep the family together. When campaign schedules threatened to keep him away from home at night, she told the team clearly if he can be home, he should be. She wasn't managing a political operation. She was protecting a marriage. But don't confuse quiet with uninvolved. Jeanette serves on Florida's statewide Council on Human Trafficking. She's involved with a local organization supporting children who survived abuse and exploitation. When Marco's political team hit rough water, some staffers quietly turned to Jeanette to help steady the ship. No title, no press release, just influence. She became the moral compass behind one of the most prominent careers in Republican politics, without ever standing at a podium. Friends say her faith directly shaped Marco's political convictions over the years. She once took him to visit a shelter for children who had survived abuse, and that visit led directly to him co sponsoring legislation to protect them. That's not a spouse who stays home. That's a partner who shapes outcomes. Marco once described love like this: it's not just a feeling, it requires you to act on it. It's a sacrificial kind of love, the kind that keeps showing up even when life is pulling you in every direction. Looking at how Jeanette has moved through 25 years of political life, behind the scenes, without applause, that definition fits her more than anyone. Two couples. Two completely different blueprints for love inside one of the world's most high pressure environments. The Millers built a marriage on shared conviction: loud, public, unapologetic. Their relationship is their politics, and their politics is their relationship. The Rubios built something quieter, rooted in faith, family, and 25 years of showing up even when nobody was watching. Washington is full of power couples. But these two remind us that behind every political headline, there's a human story. And sometimes, that's the more interesting one. Is this video hit different? Subscribe. New one dropping soon. See you there.